Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Seeds and Scents, and welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I'm Liz Quinn, your certified Scentsy consultant. So today I have for you the Farmer's Market, what I've been calling a comparison video series, but over time I think it's sort of devolved into just like a customized melting basket kind of a thing, where I'm sort of giving you a tour of my bars. So we're gonna go Farmer's Market today, and I have matching spotted chickens that I wanted to show you guys, and I have my cute little basket here, which is really a box with all sorts of things that I thought would be good for this funny time of the year, which is sort of the end of August into early September. So I'm just going to pull randomly, and we're going to talk about all the bars that I have here in my collection for Farmer's Market. So first off, I have Hemingway, which I had also used for the video that I did on Laura Ingalls Wilder and Little House in the Big Woods. If you haven't watched that, I have to say that my literary videos, which I've only done 2 of so far, are the dearest to my heart of all the things that I do here on the channel. So if you want to go and check that out, there is a particular character who I got this from my director, actually, to represent. Hemingway is such a good bar. This is great for this time of the year. It's got oakiness, it's got like a mahogany apple, it has a little bit of cologne, and it's something that after I've presented this video, I'm going to start melting this thing and totally enjoying it. It is one that has come back and bring back my bars, and I can absolutely see why. It is one of our very nicest manly cologne scents with that apple undertone. All right, the next one in my Farmer's Market basket is Rise and Sunshine, which is a wonderful summer bar. I was just at the Farmer's Market with my husband last week. We got some peaches, we got some late season cherries, and it's just all the scents and the sights and the smells of the sunflowers and the spices and the soaps, and it's just such a great thing. So this Rise and Sunshine really captures some of that late summer freshness. It's got ginger. It almost smells like an orange Tic Tac. That's what I always say about this bar. It has almost like Queen Anne cherries and wonderful summery citrusy brightness. It's such a beautiful bar. I think this was in one of the bundles that we did with that whole flash sale thing a month and a half ago. Really good bar. All right, the next one in here is definitely from the flash sale, and that is the A is for Apple in one of the bundles. I have not melted this yet, but it is a very pure, very nice apple smell, almost more like apple with apple blossom. I like it better than a peeling apple, and I think I like it better than Johnny Appleseed, so I'm looking forward to melting this in the next week or two. All right, the next one in here is definitely a good bar. It's one where I'm not super sad that we don't have it in the catalog, but I'm really happy to have more, and that is Apple and Oats. This is so good. And this is a good mixer. So it's got this definite like oaty, almost like a little bit of a funky spicy, and maybe a little bit of that milk note that always drives me nuts with Scentsy, where I don't like it in the bar, but after you melt it and it mellows out, it's good. That's in pumpkin chai too, to me. But it's a good bar, and you can mix this with more spice, you can mix it with more apple, and it's a very homey scent, and I'm glad that I got more in that flash sale bundle. So a lot of that is in here, that Farmer's Market bundle. It was just perfect for this melting basket video. Sea salt and avocado, because there is a lot of freshness at the Farmer's Market too. And this sort of always reminds me a little bit of like a hippie scent. I don't know why. It's got that fresh, clean greeniness to it. And this is really good. It's retired at the moment. I think you can get it as a brick in Scentsy Club. But I'm looking forward to melting some of this. Probably would be really good with the A is for Apple. Next, I've got White Grapefruit. And there are always like these bars of soap and just different homemade elixirs and things at the stalls at the Farmer's Market. And this has that scent. It's just this very natural essential oilsiness, and it's really good. I know I love this bar, and I will be enjoying it. Or I may tuck this away actually for next spring. I don't know if I'm going to melt that yet, because that's the only bar I've got, and I know I love it. All right, the next one is Welcome Home, because there is always at least one stall where they do all these candles, and they do like the craft wreaths with all the cinnamon, and this is exactly what that smells like. This also kind of smells like the baked goods tent. It's so good. It's just like a warm, simple cinnamon scent with, to me, it almost has a berry undertone. It's beautiful. It's just, of all the spice scents, it's one of my least favorite, but it's perfect for this time of the year. All right, the next one is Sandalwood Tangerine. This was a Father's Day smell, and I think this is just perfect for this time of the year because it mixes the tangerine and the warmth from the sandalwood in such a nice way, and it's just a really good late summer kind of a scent, I feel like. After that, I've got Sun-Ripened Berry. Now, Sun-Ripened Berry to me is a bit of a boring bar, but it's a good mixer, and there were berries all over the place at the market. Raspberries and late season blackberries and things. And this bar, I just need to give it a fair shake and melt it again. I know it's good if you mix it with Squeeze the Day. It's just kind of a good middle-of-the-road berry smell. Oh, and then there's one of my favorites. I love Buckleberry. It's in my club, at least for a while, and this is a saturated berry scent I can get behind. It's nice and sharp, and it definitely screams August to me. This is like the August bar. I love it. Oh, it's just all these berries with just a little bit of almost like a coffee cake cinnamoniness, just a hint in the background. And I always enjoy melting this. It's so good. And excuse me, I kind of have the door open and a little bit of the road noise is probably going to come through on the video. I'm sorry. All right, next we have a bar that was an August scent of the month several years ago. It is Alpine Meadow. Does it smell like a farmer's market? No, not really, but I wanted to throw it in here because it was an August scent of the month. I got it in the flash sale, and I love this thing. It's light. I guess you could say it kind of smells like the stalls of all of the different herbs and things that they sell. It's this light, sweet meadow scent that I loved back in the day when I melted my last bar, and I'm very excited to melt it again. It's really good. All right, next we have Here Comes the Sunflowers, and I have more of this coming, I think, in my club. So this is another just like perfect quintessential September, August smell. It smells like a field of sunflowers with a good amount of musk and some strawberry. It's just perfect late summer. Absolutely gorgeous. One of my top 10 scents for spring, summer, and I always save it for the end of the summer. It's so good. I hope that you clubbed that if you like that type of smell. All right, next, just to irritate a few people, I'm sure, I always keep these last 4 cubes of tomato vine. It's like I'm afraid to melt them because I love throwing them in my videos. But darn it, this smells just like my tomatoes that are out by the side of the front door here. Amazing. How they capture it, I don't know. But it's like you have to melt 1 cube every year ritualistically. And I so need another bar so I can do my last couple cubes here, or I'm not going to have this to be able, it's kind of like Amber Hollow, to be able to just take out and chuckle about every season. All right, next, good old apple cherry strudel. This is the best late summer, early fall bar ever. It's apple, it's cherry, it's pastry. Oh, it smells like a pie. It smells like the Bavarian community bakeries where we go to Frankenmuth. Deliciousness. Absolutely the best cherry bakery smell since he's ever made. Not a great performer. I don't care. It's so good. All right, next on my list here is, now this bar I have about 8 of, and it is my younger daughter's favorite fall scent, so we sort of hoard them, but I will melt at least 1 bar of a honey pear cider this fall. And this is one of those scents that probably by next week or the week after, when I see a little bit of color change in the leaves, oh, I'm going to be melting honey pear cider. Now this is as far away in pear perfection from Perfect Day, which is new, as you could possibly get. I far prefer honey pear cider. It smells like a mellow, juicy, baked pear. And oh, is it good? It's not the greatest performer. Now, I really like Perfect Day. It's just a totally different type of scent. But, man, I'll take this one hands down over that one. Oh, this is so good. So it's just sort of like the gentler scents for fall. I thought I would include it here because it's just worth celebrating. And totally, I melt this in September. Because by the time October comes, I'm melting so much spice that this bar kind of gets pushed out of the rooms. I do this more when I'm still doing mostly apples and not super heavy spice so that you can really enjoy it. So good. Anyway, all right, and then because there's always so much spiciness in the air, Cozy Spice, which is almost like a Christmas scent, but it's this nutmeg and spice, beautiful smell. I wanted to include it because it smells a lot like the jars of different things that you get to bring home and those wonderful homemade soaps. We have a lady, we call her the soap lady, like the goat soap lady, where every year we get this huge order from her and then we use this soap. And she does all sorts of different essential oils in them, and they're done with goat's milk. They're incredible. This smells like one of those bars, so it always just makes me think of our dear Miss Mary. All right, the next one in here now. For the end of the summer, I love how you can have all sorts of different scents when you bring in things from the garden and you bring things in from the local stores and stuff. And this Satin Sheets is kind of a hard bar to pin down or categorize, but all those different smells that you get when you put all your groceries down and you have scented whatever's in there with it. I just wanted to throw this in because it's a bar that we have for spring summer. So it's retired at the moment. And I never end up putting it in anything. I might have done it in like the cozy laundry video back in the spring. This is such a nice, comforting bar. And it is good for this time of the year because it's got wonderful transition of woodiness from the sandalwood and sweetness from the vanilla. And I just wanted to mention it because I have a hard time remembering to toot its horn. Very nice, comforting smell. Okay, another one because you get all those berries and there were figs piled on the tables at the market last week. Midnight fig. Ooh, this is good. It's deep and dark. It's almost more of a wintry scent, but if you just want to have a moment where you have something dark and juicy, which you can bring a lot of those things home in little crates from the farmer's market. It's golden berries and dark, deep, woodsy fig. Oh, did I get something on my nose? Yep. And it's juicy. And I love this bar. So does Linda H. This is one that the two of us have kinship over. It is so good, and it would just make your house smell saturatedly figgy. Okay, next is one of the funky bars that we do for early fall that comes back from time to time and bring back my bar, and that is the very odd apple s'mores. I was melting this earlier this month, and it is such a weird combination. So it's got coconut milk, it's got graham crackers, it's got smokiness, it's got apples, it's got cedar. So strange. And it changes as you warm it. It has a cult following, and then everybody else hates it. And I thought it would be perfect for this time of the year, which can never make up its mind whether it's summer or fall, and neither can this bar. All right, and then last but not least, just a classic, which isn't my personal favorite, but it's perfect for this time of the year, is good old Johnny Appleseed, which is this wonderful Macintosh apple. This would be really good mixed with your cozy spice or some of the other things that I've got. Well, not here on this table, but this would be good with like a caramel smell. This might be good with the new Gimme Candy to kind of knock down the apple-y peel in this and amp up some sweetness. That might be a very good combination. So anyway, that was everything that was in my little farmer's market basket. And I am going forward here, September, October, November. I'm going to more simplify and do one melting basket a month, which will kind of cover both the comparison videos and the melting basket per month, because I'm just finding it's hard to get all these videos done, especially as we're going to have a lot more like content of things that are coming for collections and all this. So for next month, which will be early in September, I'll get this melting basket done. Do you guys want to do everything that has to do with apples, or do you want to do something that's hearth and home? So from now on, we'll be doing just like one a month, which is a melting basket comparison video, like smush it together, and it'll be a monthly melting basket, a themed one. So tell me which one you want, hearth and home or everything that has to do with apples, and I'll see you in September. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.